Welcome to the Dr. Random podcast. I'm Dr. Sarah, and here's the deal. We don't do boxes here. Every episode is different, every conversation has its own flavor, and no topic is off limits. If you're looking for predictable, this isn't it. But if you want real conversations, honest takes, and a touch of intellect in the best way, you're in the right place. This is Dr. Random Podcast. Hello, and welcome to the Dr. Random Podcast. I'm Dr. Sarah, and as always, I'm excited to be here today because I have a new guest who I've known for quite a while now. And so today we have Lysandra Joy, and we met in San Diego through a women's networking group called Elite Networking Group. And that was great. We just became good friends after that. And so, and Lysandra, she is just amazing. She's an amazing friend. And today we're going to talk all about skincare because that is her jam. That is her expertise. And we really connected on that because as I'm sure people know, or if you know me well, I'm very passionate about skincare. I think I spend more on skincare than clothes. So, but yeah, so happy to have you here, Lysandra.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Yeah. And for the listeners who may not know you yet, let's go ahead and just have you introduce yourself.
Yes, I'm Lysandra Joy. I am a licensed esthetician, skincare expert, also a little bit of styling expertise, but for the most part, beauty expert from California, San Diego area, but grew up in Palm Springs, and now I'm in Atlanta area, Georgia, doing my skincare thing as well.
Awesome. Yeah, and I actually, so we met in San Diego, and she's in Atlanta now, and I actually went for my first time to Atlanta a couple months ago, and we met up and had some amazing food. What was the name of that restaurant we ate at? Do you remember?
South City Kitchen.
South City Kitchen? Okay. Oh my gosh. It was amazing. I was like the fried green tomatoes.
Right.
I remember that was amazing. I thought it was so good.
All pretty good. It was just, I got so full too.
Mm-hmm.
You got to come back.
Yeah. And I was staying with my friend Nino, and his husband was traveling for work doing fashion design for film, which is interesting. And I swear their house looks like it's out of a Pottery Barn catalog. It was so cute. So I found Atlanta. Yeah, and Atlanta is just so cute, I thought. And I went to the fashion museum.
When they had the Victor and Rolf.
Yes, That was so cool. But yeah, so Dr. Karen Luis, I went there that weekend in Atlanta to see her with a live collective. She was doing a presentation, and it was really amazing. So I was supporting her, got to see you, got to see Nino. That was just an amazing trip. It was totally worth it.
Yeah. Sounds awesome.
Yeah. And so you describe yourself as boss woman in their second Renaissance era. So what does that phrase mean to you, and who are the women you're most passionate about serving in your skincare?
So yes, I mean, it's over 40, 45, 50 plus women. We're all in our second act, and we're not like we're laying down and letting life just run over us. We're actually in our aspect of life where we've learned a lot, done a lot, and we're taking that experience and that knowledge and expertise and bringing it to our second half and educating and doing really cool things, traveling more, maybe even going to a second or third career. And so for me, it's like, how do I serve those women in helping them look and feel their best and deliver it effortlessly and confidently. That's really what it's all about.
Yes. And I used to get, so the audience knows, I used to get facials from Lysandra when I lived in San Diego, and she's amazing. And I love getting facials. One of my favorite things.
Love giving them.
Yeah. And it's interesting nowadays, everybody using fillers and Botox and all these different things. I've never touched my lips with any kind of filler. No.
Neither have I.
And yeah, we're blessed. We're lucky in that way.
Mhm. Yes.
And I've never done fillers either, but I also think a lot of that has to do with because of my diet, probably how I take care of myself, also just my skincare routine, which I've always felt is so important. So I feel like when
Mhm.
you really take care of your skin inside and out, you eliminate the need for things like that.
For
Um,
sure.
yeah. And so your tagline, beauty is the ritual, style is the language, and joy is the destination. Can you unpack that for us?
I feel like it's just really just more catchy. It's just more of like trying to make people feel the emotion of where they want to go with their beauty, with
Mm-hmm.
their style, with their life. We want to do it intentionally. We want to not just throw things together day to day, like our skincare routine, our style routine in the mornings. We really want to think about what we're doing. And I think the little bit more you put the intention on the back end of having the right, say, skincare products already set up, the right wardrobe, just your
Mm-hmm.
staple pieces set up, the easier it is to go into it in the mornings and not just feel flustered or frustrated. Just making sure you get the things that you love, and it's easier to make that choice in the morning or in the
Mm-hmm.
evening.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, I, for a long time, and I hate to even say this because I talk about how much I rave about skincare, but I used to be like so lazy about washing my face at night. I would go to
We
bed
all
with
have
like
those moments, though. I think we all
my
have those.
makeup on. And
Yes.
I was like, and I think I read a study where it said when you go to bed at night with your makeup on, sometimes, like, I guess you like age 5 years. I think that sounds kind of drastic
Yeah,
overnight.
I don't
Maybe if
know
you do it all the
who that
time.
is, but I
Yeah.
think if you do it, it's all about consistency. If you do that every
Yeah.
night, yeah, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
But here and there is not gonna kill you. We all have those moments where we had a great night, and
Yeah.
we come home and we just lay down and forget to get back up and wash our face. It's not gonna be the death of us, but you definitely don't want
Hmm.
to make that a thing on a regular
Yeah.
basis. Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And kind of getting into your origin story in entrepreneurship. So let's go back to the beginning. So you served in the U.S. Navy and
Mm,
later worked as a healthcare administrator with the Department of Veterans Affairs, which is, I
I
think,
did.
amazing.
Yes.
And what was that chapter of your life like?
It was a good life. I mean, I think I did all the things I set out to do. I joined the Navy at 20, no, 19 years old, actually. 19 years old.
Okay.
Served, yeah, served for what, 8.5 years. Um, I was in healthcare field in the Navy, so I feel like I'm still kind of like not necessarily in healthcare, but definitely it's a wellness and taking care of your skin is, and being in the spa is definitely a self-care wellness and kind of it helps you with your mind, body, soul. So I still think I carried that on through that.
Yeah.
I've always been interested in helping people. And that's really what that was all about in the Navy and even in the Veterans Affairs. I was in the healthcare system as well, helping veterans
Hmm.
with their disability claims. So I just always want to help and do the best I can in that aspect. So I think people feel like it's a 180, 360-degree change, but I don't necessarily think so when you think about the behind the scenes of it still weaving through the healthcare wellness aspect.
Hmm.
And I've always been more feminine, girly girl. I mean, we definitely have the feminine, girly girls in the Navy.
Yeah.
So that's there. Yes. So
Love
yeah.
that. And so, and you, I don't know if you listened to, I did a podcast with Veterans Future Foundation,
Hmm.
and Johnny Martin, he was speaking about the transition of going from military into career and that whole transition. So it's
Hmm.
interesting. So, with, you know, in a way, I felt like you're perfect to kind of talk about that because what ultimately made you leave the federal career to pursue the beauty and skincare full time was
Hmm.
probably just your passion, I would assume, for skincare.
Yeah, it was more my passion and just doing something, yeah, living the passion. I probably was watching too much or scrolling, I should say, too much Instagram. Maybe that was a part of it too, and wanting to do
Uh-huh.
something a little bit more beautified in life. But yeah, it was really, really just about the passion of it all.
Hmm.
Wanting to get out and live life too a little bit more and kind of see what's more out there than the government. Although the government is great, it's a great career for
Hmm.
sure. Sometimes I, second guess, like, did I do the right thing? But no, I wanted to just explore a little bit more in life.
Yeah. And now I remember we really connected on this about you because I had a special relationship with my grandmother, who's dear to me and very close to me.
Hmm.
And your grandmother, now correct me if I'm saying her name incorrectly. Is it Elvina or Elvina Vine
Elvina
Jober?
Jobert.
Elvina.
Mhm.
And that shaped both your love of beauty and your decision to become an entrepreneur. I just feel like
Right.
that's such an amazing story. Do you want to talk about her? And I even think it'd be fun to talk about her connection with Sinatra, right?
Yeah.
Or there is that. Do you want to talk about that? I think the audience would
Sure.
love.
House of Vine is named after my grandmother, Elvina Jubert. Her nickname that she went by was Vine. So I thought it was a great tribute and a beautiful business name to go with House of Vine. She wasn't necessarily a beauty maven, but she had very minimal chic style. She's very just matter of fact about how she dressed, and she wasn't big on makeup and all of that, but she loved a beautiful home. Like her
Hmm.
houses would be laid out. Like she was very big on decor, and just very big on just being organized and very big on her family and taking care of her
Hmm.
family. And so she did that by working for Frank Sinatra. If many don't know, he lived in Palm Springs. His main home was in Palm Springs. And so that's where she worked
Hmm.
with him in his main
Okay.
home, starting as a housekeeper, but also like his personal assistant, personal caretaker as well. So she worked with him for about 25 years
Uh-huh.
until he died in
Wow.
98. So yeah, they were pretty close, pretty amazing. We spent as her grandkids plenty of days at his house, just galloping around while she worked. A lot of times he wouldn't be there, and we would just kind
Uh-huh.
of run amok in the house. Um, yeah, and went to some of his granddaughter's birthday parties as well when we were really young. So,
Hmm.
I mean, at the time, I had no idea, who he
Yeah.
was necessarily. I mean, I knew he was somebody important, but I
Hmm.
didn't really realize it until he died, really, which is
Okay.
crazy. But yeah, now
Yeah.
it's like I listen to his songs and I just love it. It makes me think of her and him and the moments that I did meet him and how amazing that actually was.
Aw. I
Hmm.
love that story. I just think that's so amazing. And of course, he's a legend, an icon. So,
Right. Totally.
and it seems like he's timeless. Like it doesn't
Hmm.
matter,
Right. You
but
can always
it's,
apply some of
yeah.
Frank in there.
Hmm. And I think that speaking of your grandmother and the fact that you guys were invited to participate around his family, like you went to some of his granddaughters, I mean, that just speaks to how they are too.
They were
It
good
sounds
people.
like,
Like, yeah, they were good people.
yeah, because sometimes people who work for people, they don't really involve their family much. So I think
Right.
that
Right.
speaks to like how probably loving and welcoming and friendly and just happy he
Exactly.
was to be around. And,
Hmm.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I think that's just such special memories you have with your grandma and the fact that, in the name of your business, House of Vine.
Hmm.
And I love that name. Um,
I love it too.
yeah.
Hmm.
Um, and so now the business, of course, is in her honor. Is there
Hmm.
anything besides what you just shared that's another memory or anything that stands out to you?
I just wanted to keep her memory alive and just always kind of thinking of how I pursued things and thinking of her and what she would think or feel or say.
Hmm.
um, it just kind of keeps that alive, her memory.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And looking back, would you say as being an entrepreneur and starting your business and, putting your passions into it, um, what would you say are some of the hardest parts financially, emotionally, or
Hmm.
practically as a single woman stepping into the unknown as an entrepreneur that maybe you want to share with maybe people listening who are
Right.
already in their businesses or looking to start a business?
It's pretty hard. I mean, I think it's hard emotionally, financially, especially when you're single, it's even more hard, but it's doable. I think we have to be kind of I think I stepped out of it, maybe not as, I don't want to say realistic because I want to be the big dreamer and I want everybody to dream their dream and go big, but just making sure you're doing it realistically, taking baby steps, um, and not letting go of the dream, but just doing it in a way that doesn't necessarily blow up your life. You just want to take
Mm-hmm.
the steps to make sure that, and I guess for me, I felt like it's like I'm like, go hard or go home. And I realized in the last few years, definitely have to just take a step back from that and just baby steps. And baby steps doesn't mean you're not doing it the way you want to do it, or that you're not truly an entrepreneur, but you also want to be able to live a good life too in the
Yeah.
midst of it all. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. And that's so true. Like me starting, just my art business, doing the podcast and being single. I
So
sometimes,
excited for that.
oh, thank you. And I think that, and I know that I was going to talk about this later, but you have a boyfriend. All right.
Me?
Yeah.
No, we're gonna skip that part.
Oh, okay. I'll cut that out.
No, it's fine. No, that ended. Some people you just can't take with you in the next chapter. That's all that is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Sucks for him.
Well, all right. Well, I'll
Yep.
talk to you about this later. We can either leave this
Yeah.
out. It's up to
That's
you.
fine. You can keep it, but yeah.
Okay.
We'll talk deeper on it
This will
later.
make it real. Okay. All right. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I think that I'm not sure, and I feel like you're in my boat. It's hard being single in our 40s and doing life.
Mhm.
And there's its challenges, but there's its blessings too. But I think that, I think people just need to realize that it's like, give us some credit here. That's what I think.
I think it shows a lot of strength too. It's a lot of strength, especially when you're in your 40s single and you're also still pursuing bigger things, not just your everyday 9 to 5, which is fine too. But
Yeah.
we're also, taking the risk to do other things outside the norm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And, you started House of Vine as a home-based studio in San Diego. And how would you say the business has evolved since your move to Atlanta?
Oh gosh, it's evolved. Well, when I moved to Atlanta, I took it into a salon suite. I had an actual brick and mortar business, which did that for like 3 years. And that was even moved here right before the pandemic, and then started that business in the pandemic and took it and still operated it for 3 years past that. But it just got, I don't know, I think we feel like we start a business and it has to start and end that way, but it really doesn't. Like there's ebbs and flows, and it might start one way, end another way, or start one way, change up in the middle, and then maybe end the same way it started. Who knows? So
Yeah.
right now I'm pretty much back to home based because I also do work as well, but more home based business and virtual. So I actually feel like that's a little bit more freeing, and I do like that aspect as well. But it can be harder or more difficult to get clients, or you can't just market to anyone as far as it being in the home, but the virtual aspect I can. So it just depends. And I mean, I guess we have to realize our businesses aren't for everyone, and that's okay too.
Sure. Yeah, my art isn't for everyone.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I love it, but yeah, I could see, it wouldn't be for everybody.
And as far as like your skincare philosophy and expertise as a practicing esthetician, what's your core philosophy, would you say, when it comes to skincare? Like, what do you feel like has been a consistent throughout the years that you feel like maybe is something that anybody
I just feel like taking time for yourself. Like everybody's like, oh, I don't have time to do that. I don't have time. It's like, why not? Like, you don't have 5 minutes to wash your face at night and 5 minutes in the morning just to put a little blush and mascara on. I feel like that's an excuse sometimes for something else, whatever it may be for that person. But I mean, really, I definitely feel like we are judged by our appearance. And so you have to think about that. You know, we're not judged by our personality first off, the first time you meet someone. So looking, you know, we don't have to come out looking like a Hollywood movie star, of course, but you need to just look put together, look
Yeah.
awake, look like you care for
Mhm.
yourself. And that's really what I do this for. Like just a
Yeah.
little something, you know. I'm a
Yeah.
little bit more naturalistic too. I'm not like super like Atlanta's very a little bit more big in the makeup and clothes. And I still have my Cali vibes. I'm a little bit more minimal, naturalistic looking and a little
Mhm.
bit a little boho eclectic. So
Yeah.
a little bit more chill with it, but
Yeah.
still make it
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah. I feel like
Yeah.
you've always had good style. So, yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. I try. Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, what you just brought up made me think of something because I saw recently this study and somebody else told me something. And I was like, wow,
Mhm.
I'd never actually thought of that. That girls who wore makeup made like 30% more money
Yeah, I
when
was
they
hearing that too.
wore
You might have
makeup
listened
to
to the
work.
same thing. Yeah.
I was
I
like,
believe
wow.
it though. I believe it because even myself without anything on, it's like, no. No, I mean, it's like you're still
Yeah.
beautiful, minimal and natural, your natural self, but taking it outside the house. And if you're trying to make money or be something,
Mm-hmm.
you need to do a little something to yourself.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And yeah. And I think that I also heard somebody said something. She's like, how did she word it exactly? She said something like, oh, you already win 25% of a foot in the door somewhere if you have a persona where you take care of yourself and you have a confidence and you take care of yourself. And I don't even think it's so much about how people, because that can be fleeting, who's good looking, who's not. That's a
Right.
scale that you
Totally.
can't do.
Right.
But it's more about the time you put into yourself. You can tell if somebody,
It's an
you know what I mean,
energy.
they have a persona about them or something.
Hmm.
Like, I take care of myself. And I think that's important, and I think that is true. So, and the thing with skincare is it doesn't matter how much makeup you put on if you're not taking care of the skin underneath.
Right.
And I'm sure you testify to this.
Hmm.
It really is the most important thing.
Definitely. Can't have a bunch of makeup on and not have good skin because that shows too.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Yeah.
definitely want to take the time to figure out your skin and get it
Mm-hmm.
looking decent. Hmm.
Yeah. And why do you think the approach is so important, especially for women in their 40s and beyond with skincare?
Because you only have one face, you only have one skin over your whole body, so you want to take
Mm-hmm.
care of it, just like your body inside and out. We want to go long,
Yeah.
so we have to take that time to figure it out and see what it
Mm-hmm.
likes, what's best for it, and be consistent. It's more consistency. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if you keep it going over time on a regular
Mm-hmm.
basis, it's going to make a big difference than not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And yeah, that's so true because it's like I think of how skin is like the biggest organ in our
Hmm.
body,
It is. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah, that's I think why I believe in the hot Bikram yoga so much because it's like you're
Oh, yes.
sweating and like the
Sweating all that
sauna.
toxins out. I mean,
Yeah.
definitely when you sweat too, your skin like it makes a big difference on your skin and how you glow. Like I notice that too. If I'm working out a lot and sweating a lot, like that's even beyond skincare. That does
Mm-hmm.
a lot more for your skin too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And say someone was like coming into your studio for a facial and I don't know, pretend they're like brand new to skincare. Like, what would you say is the best
Hmm.
routine as far as layering on products? Or I don't
Hmm.
know, what would you say is not even like core basic, just a little higher than that? Like, because I know I used to get confused on when you put sunscreen on your serum, your moisturizer, and your eye cream. Like,
Hmm.
what is the best order of all that, or vitamin C even?
I
So,
say, well, if they're new to skincare, and they're just coming in for a facial, they're obviously interested, I'm assuming. So I would just get them on something basic so it's not too overwhelming, like your cleanser, I would say a toner, but even if that might be too much for some people, but definitely cleanser, toner, and moisturizer. You
Mm-hmm.
definitely want to get cleanser. That's the base for everything. So if nothing else, a decent cleanser
Mm-hmm.
is the number one thing to have. And we can like build up on over time with everything else. But you just want to start thinnest to thicker. If you're built, like you say, you start with that basic routine and you want to start adding some things in there, just always think your thinnest to thickest,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And then your sunscreen is always pretty much the last thing you're going to put on because it's protecting you from the sun.
Okay.
Hmm.
I might be
So
doing it
your
wrong.
toner, so it's their cleanser, which is always, no matter what you're going to do, then you have your toner,
Mm-hmm.
then you have your serum, then sometimes people put oil on. So then you have your oils, and then you have your moisturizer. So
Mm-hmm.
thin to thick.
Got
So
it.
you want to end with the thickest thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, right now, I use the Yonka skin toner like
Hmm.
spray for moisturizing. I've been using that since I was like 19 or 20.
Is that a
So
thicker toner? Is it a thicker or
it's a
no?
spray. No, it's really
Okay.
misty. It
Mm-hmm.
smells so good. I
Okay.
feel like you're like having a spa experience. I think it's addictive
Mm-hmm. Right.
almost. I love it,
That
but it's
vibe.
hydrating. Mm-hmm. It kind of
Yes.
smells like rosemary a little bit, maybe, but like
Mm-hmm. I know which one you're talking about.
rosemary.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It wakes you up.
So yeah, I don't know. I use that, and then I have my serums and then sunscreen, moisturizer. But I normally put on, it's like a vitamin C sunscreen actually.
Okay.
I put that under my moisturizer, but now I'm thinking maybe I need to do that as last step,
Mm-hmm.
like you just said,
I mean, if it's
because
kind
I
of the same
usually go
thing,
that and then
it's
moisturizer.
okay. I mean, it is okay. Sometimes you can even mix your sunscreen with your moisturizer a little bit and just put it on
Mm-hmm.
that way.
Yeah,
So that's okay too. Hmm.
yeah,
Especially if it's the same level of consistency, then it's
yeah.
not going to kill you to do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, and um, yeah, that's just I love skincare. It's like important.
Right. It's fun. Like it's surprising. I mean, I work in a hotel spa, and like people come in for massages all day and night and have never gotten facials, and I feel like it's so strange to me. Like
I
I
can't.
started out before I was an esthetician, I started out getting facials before I ever thought about a massage.
Yeah,
So for me, it's backwards, and it's just like, how can you have never gotten a facial of some sort? But yeah,
yeah.
a lot
I've
of
been
people, it's very
getting.
new to a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm like no facials. I'm like what?
Right.
Sorry, I'm like
But
what?
a lot of times people are more into the product. I mean, I know over the pandemic, the products were big. That's what was selling a lot, and so it's more about if you can't get the facial, then at least have the right products. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're not into facial. Some people just don't like people touching their face, which I get it. So you just have to
Yeah.
find the right esthetician for you.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I think everybody at least every 6 months should get a European facial. This is just my opinion.
Hmm.
I do, and
Hmm.
then every month, if you can, if it's in your budget, do a mini facial.
Hmm. For sure.
Because what they can do, they can also sometimes they'll like dermaplane you or wax your eyebrows
Right.
over
They
your
just go a little
girls.
deeper than.
Yes, guys are listening. Girls wax their lip. We clean up our
Hmm.
eyebrows and we dermaplane our face, or we. Some girls wax their face. Some girls
Hmm.
dermaplane their face.
Hmm.
Um, I have a derma wand or dermaplane. I forget the correct thing at home,
Hmm.
but I have struggled with finding the right refills for the blade on it or the whatever it
Right.
is, because it's not, just so everybody knows, dermaplaning isn't shaving. It's not shaving your face. It's
Right.
different. The way
Hmm.
it works, it removes dead skin
Just removes those
cells
vapor
and
hairs and the skin, the dead skin, that top
Mhm.
layer. Hmm.
Yeah. And I don't touch my eyebrows really. I just do a cleanup underneath,
Hmm.
like a little like
Clean.
whatever. Hmm.
Yeah, I don't really touch
Um,
mine too much either. I mean, I usually have to
yeah,
have
you have good
somebody
eyebrows.
do it, really do it. But yeah, I'll try to keep it clean. But yeah,
Hmm.
comes a point where you have to get them done.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then I'm trying to think too. With what do you think about? And I think if I remember correctly, you're a big believer in LED therapy and clinical grade products. Do you kind of
Hmm.
want to talk about that with the audience?
。 LED therapy, I mean, 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . . 。 . 。 . . . . 。 . 。 . . . . . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . It's one of those things, like I have a Dennis Gross one at home. Um,
Hmm.
but I definitely believe it's the LED red light. I've been starting to hear a lot of controversy about it. So, but I do see a difference when I use it for sure.
Okay.
It's the red light is built to smooth out the skin, refine it. It helps with fine lines and your pores. And it also helps
Okay.
calm the skin after you've had like some kind of like a peel or something a little bit, or a microderm or whatever,
Hmm.
um, hydrofacial. So that red light calms it down as well,
Okay.
uh, which I love it. I love what a red light can do. And same with the blue light. Blue light is really helping with the acne bacteria, getting rid of all that off the skin. Um,
Okay. So
that
people struggling with acne, you'd recommend that
definitely.
then? Okay.
Definitely. You can just do a little at
Mm.
home one. You can do Dennis Gross, or they have some other versions as well you could find. And if you have
Hmm.
questions about it, um, you can ask me, or you can just ask somebody that might know, another skincare professional or dermatologist. Um, yeah. But
Okay.
if you're struggling with your skin, definitely get a red light a couple times a week, 3 times a week, you know,
Okay.
to actually see
Yeah, I
some
didn't know
difference.
that. I learned something
hmm
new.
hmm I mean, you see a difference right away. Like yeah, I have my moments where I'm in and out. There's some weeks I'm using it 3 times a week, and some weeks when I'm not. It just depends on what's going on with the week. But even if I use it one time after I do like a major facial at home, I see the difference right after. So
Hmm.
imagine using it all
Okay.
the time. hmm
And clinical grade Regimen Pro, are you still affiliated with?
I am, but I have not been working it as much. But
Mm.
skincare, the pro grade products, I'm all about some pro grade like Revision or SkinCeuticals, all of those Obagi.
Hmm.
Definitely, but a lot of times, depending on what product in the line, usually cleansers are pretty approachable in their pricing, but a lot of those products are a lot of money, and
Yeah.
not within everybody's budget, or not within everybody's budget on a regular basis. So I
Hmm.
get that. So if you can do high low, or maybe you do those products, maybe I feel like in the wintertime, it's a good time to use stronger, harsher
Hmm.
products that you want to make that skin change,
Yeah.
make a difference. That might be a time to use the more expensive products. And then in the summertime, you can maybe use the more CVS, Walgreens, Sephora
Hmm.
product lines, things like that. But I definitely
Okay.
believe in the higher grades. But I mean, if you find something that's good for you, no matter what level, then if it's good for you, it's good for you.
Hmm.
Yeah. hmm
Um, yeah, I think I love the vitamin C from SkinCeuticals, but like you said, the price
Everybody
point.
does, I think. Everybody that uses, yeah, they have diehard fans
Hmm.
of
Yeah,
vitamin C.
I like it. It's just very expensive, so it's like it
Catch it on
really
sale. Maybe
depends.
try to like remember the sales. I know they do like a sales at Blue Mercury every so often
Hmm.
for the SkinCeuticals line. Yeah,
Yeah,
gotta be strategic.
yeah.
Yeah,
But I guess, like I said, sometimes I'd rather spend over $100 on a skincare product than a pair of jeans. You know what I mean? Because it's your
right.
skin.
It's
So
you're the only one you got. It's gonna last you, at least a couple months.
yeah,
So it's worth it.
exactly. Yeah.
hmm hmm
And how would you say, like, basically your intersection of skincare style and entrepreneurship? How do you see skincare and personal style working together to support, say, women's confidence, especially in business and her
hmm
second act, which we kind of touched on
Um,
already?
I think it depends on where you are in life, but I mean, I think always if you care about your skincare, then you more than likely care about your style. And if you
Hmm.
care about your style, then I feel like it's definitely the opposite, like skincare and then style, because skincare is more of an elevated mindset. I feel like with working with people. So they kind of go hand in hand. Like if you're gonna have good skin, you want to look good in the way you dress, and vice versa. If you have good clothes on, but your skin looks a mess, it's kind of a disconnect when people meet you. It still goes with that whole first impression thing. It's like, okay, she's got a great blazer on, but what's going on with her skin? So
Yeah. Yeah.
so they definitely
Hmm.
go hand in hand, and I feel like with the style, it's a little bit more approachable. Not everybody's going to come to you or to me immediately for their skincare, their beauty. But A lot of people will invest in their wardrobe before their skin. So that's just like an intro into helping people curate the right. And it's like I'm not doing full on styling, but just making sure you have the right staple pieces or the right travel pieces or the right pieces
Mm-hmm.
for maybe an event you're doing if you're a speaker or something like that. Just
Yeah.
kind of helping you get your that style for that
Mm-hmm.
moment.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That-
And you also want to find the right, not just skincare, but the right makeup for you too. So getting your beauty wardrobe, skincare wardrobe, and your actual style wardrobe all together.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. I've I'm such a stickler with things where it might surprise people. Like when I have a purse or a wallet, this is gonna
Hmm.
sound funny. I just have it forever to like
Oh yeah.
somebody will mention to me like you need a new purse or wallet. Like I just use stuff to like,
Right.
you know what
You
I
probably
mean?
don't
That's
think
just
about it
me.
if you use it and you still love it and it's like
Yeah.
worn down. You're not even thinking about it because you're like, I still
Yeah.
love it.
I know.
It still
Yeah.
works. It's still doing the job. Yeah.
Hmm. And
Hmm.
I feel like I'm kind of that way with skincare. And I would also say like my supplement stacks and stuff like that. My vitamins, I've been using the same stuff for like since I know a lot of my supplement stacks since like 2016.
Mm.
So 10
Awesome.
years now. I've been using stuff that just now people are talking about, which is interesting. And I've been doing a lot of stuff for 10 years. But,
Hmm.
you know, like with my makeup routine, it's funny when you're talking about makeup because I'm thinking on the podcast, I'm going to say brands, whatever. I don't know if that's allowed or not allowed on that. I don't know. But
Oh.
I think it's fine. But like
Yeah.
I use Mary Kay
Hmm.
in some of the makeup products I have, which I know some people will be like, what? But I swear by their concealer. I love
Right.
their concealer. I haven't found
If it
one
works
better.
for you, that's all that matters.
Yeah, and I've tried other ones and I don't like it. So, and its
Right.
price point is best.
Hmm.
But that's one thing that I just use
The Mary
that
Kay's been
I,
around forever, so it's like
yeah,
obviously it's something going right, for
yeah.
some
And
people.
I, and my mom used to, my aunt used to sell Mary Kay when I was little, which is funny. And, so she kind of got me on the concealer when I was younger
But,
because I had like, I don't know if it's allergies, but you tend to have like little dark
oh yeah,
circles sometimes under
same.
your
I think that's why I
eyes.
keep
Not like
touching my eyes
bad,
today. Yeah, sensitive.
um,
Hmm.
but it helps, you know. Um,
Definitely.
but yeah, and I use like it's like and then Giorgio Armani, I use their foundation, and then when Giorgio Armani himself died, they took his name off the bottle, and I
Hmm.
swear when I got the first bottle of foundation, and it's
Changed.
just called Armani, I felt like there was something different. And I was
Yeah.
like, what has changed? And I've been like using it forever. It was the Luminous Silk Foundation, which I think is pretty
Hmm.
popular.
It's
And I've
still
been
pretty
using
popular.
that. Yeah. And I've been using that forever. And I was like, okay, there's something different with this. I was like, okay. And then I guess there was a chemical in it
Sure, it
that is
was.
outlawed in Europe, but they removed it here finally. I was like, oh, okay,
Mm.
well, I guess that's better anyways, you know?
Like okay.
But yeah, but that's what's interesting about skincare industry too. Sometimes I feel like things are always changing, and if you
Things will
love
change.
something, it's almost like you feel like you need to hoard it and like get a supply of it because you don't
No,
know if it's
that's
going to be
true. Because they're always getting
discontinued.
rid of the things you love, right? Or they're changing it. Yeah, I mean, I think with more research and knowledge, things will change. Or when they change, like they're getting bought out by bigger companies, things will change. So
Hmm.
yeah, we never really know when that change is going to happen.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, they do
and
change. Sure.
mhm, yeah, and so you've also expanded beyond into in-person services, into content creation, writing, and virtual consultations, like your signature glow reset. And
Hmm.
so, how has building a personal brand changed the way you work? And what advice would you give someone, particularly a woman
Hmm.
mid-career and life transition who wants to leave a traditional job and maybe start something on her own in the beauty or wellness space?
Hmm. I mean, if you can leave, awesome. I mean, I left at one point, but I also prepared for it. But
Mm-hmm.
so if you can do that, yeah, because I feel like you have a lot more energy to focus on that one thing that you're trying to
Yeah.
push. Um, and if you can't, I mean, all we can do is like do our mornings, evenings, our days, moments off, and just keep pushing
Mm-hmm.
consistently. which can be, it's not easy, but if we love it, we keep doing it one way or the other. I don't think I've changed anything as far as pushing it. It's just, I mean, I do work now as well, a lot, as well as do my business. So I just have to find those moments where I'm like, oh yeah, let me let me pull out my phone and do some content or make some notes on some stuff. We just kind of have to find the moments wherever they work, or whenever you
Mm-hmm.
have the ideas, and jot
Yeah.
it down or push it out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I feel like I'm finding a little bit more footing with that and just do it whenever. I'm always like, okay, I'm going to do that when I get home tonight, or I'm going to do it when it's like, no, I'm thinking about it now. I have a moment. Let me just do it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like doing things a little bit more in the moment. And it's like
Yeah.
also letting go of the perfection. I think I try to wait till, oh, I'm going to get home or I'm going to do it in the morning. So I'm trying to make
Mm-hmm.
it feel like it needs to be a little bit more prepared or perfect. And at this point, it's like, just
Yeah.
get it out. Like we need to make it
Mm-hmm.
happen. And it's
Yeah.
still going to be cute and perfect. You can always go back and edit something if you need to, or go
Mm-hmm.
back and email that person and add the extra if you missed something, missed a point or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's one thing that I always found kind of inspirational about you with your business. I feel like you're such a good entrepreneur and businesswoman. And I'm sure that a lot of people look up to you, and it's like, you're like, I would say, like a badass about it. So, you know,
Mhm. From the
and
outside, I guess so. I don't feel that way, but
oh,
yeah.
you are. I always was inspired by what you were doing. Honestly, I like thought that was awesome that you were doing your own business and your own thing. And I think that's
Mhm.
more inspiring than you give yourself credit for, of how that, looks to other women out there. And,
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
a big deal.
Thank you. We're our own critic.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And so would you say, like, with your personal reflections and broader impact, um, so being a Navy veteran is clearly still an important part of your identity, but how does that background continue to influence the way you show up for clients and in your work?
I think being a veteran, I think it makes you a little bit more standing by your word, standing by what you say. If you make you make an appointment, we're going to stick to it. Just being a little bit more responsible, accountable. If something goes a little awry, I'm a little bit more quick to apologize and make it right. If
Yeah.
it's something that I did, and a little bit more regimented and organized for sure. That's in business, life, everything. Yeah, I think that's really it.
Love that. No,
Hmm.
I think that makes sense, because it's like, you have to have regimen
Hmm.
in the military, and I just picture
Right.
like, okay, stick to your facial
And I'm
appointments, do
regimented, but I'm
this.
also very like open to like the change. But yeah, you definitely
Mm-hmm.
want to make sure. Yeah, I think I'm a little bit more, maybe it's slightly type A on myself rather than holding anybody else accountable for everything. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. And would you say, like, you've spoken um, publicly about your health journey
Hmm.
and reaching a cancer-free milestone?
Yes.
Um, and how has that experience deepened your relationship with self-care and intentional living?
Mm, good question. Yeah, 5 years cancer free, had breast cancer, triple negative, the worst one you can, well, they say it's the worst one you can have. I don't know. I
It's
think
got
it's,
the chills when you say
yeah,
that.
they just don't know where it comes from. Like, they don't know if like the other ones are hormonal based. That one, they don't know what it's based on. So they say it's the worst
Okay.
one, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
know for sure. But, um, so how does it shape me in self-care? I think I was always there, honestly. I don't know that it necessarily changed anything. It just made me a little bit more, I guess, more not vulnerable, but just more understanding of other people's journey or issue. Not necessarily journey in cancer, but just in life or whatever they might have going on. Just a little bit more forgiving of whatever they might have going on in their own life.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Just more thinking of the other person a little bit more, because I can be
Yeah.
very not in a bad way, but I guess I'm a little bit more self-centered. I don't have kids. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
married, or, divorced from long ago. And so
Mm-hmm.
I think that makes you a little bit more self-centered, but I've learned to kind of be a little bit more like serving of others,
Yeah.
or thinking of the other person more
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Hmm.
That's beautiful, actually.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can't even express words how happy I am that you came through that. And,
Yes, me
I know
too.
you're
Oof,
stronger for it.
for sure. I think
Um,
also being open about it helped too. Like, I know everybody has their own journey and their own reasons for things, but a lot of people won't tell that they have a diagnosis, or they don't talk about it, or they keep it a secret. And I think for me, especially being in this field, like, how was I going to keep that a secret when I lost my hair and all those things? And so, working with clients. So it's like, it was easier for just me, like, I have cancer.
yeah.
Just put it out there. And I
Aw.
think that letting that out, you're not trying to cover up anything or hold anything. I think that helps, like, just move past it and
Yeah.
heal. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just a beautiful testimony and all that. And
Mhm.
would and I think, would you say faith has played a role in that?
I will
Mm.
say that that whole cancer journey, I listened to, which I liked him anyway, but I listened to Joel Osteen that whole time.
Okay.
On
Okay.
my Sirius XM, every car ride at home, like, he was like,
Mm-hmm.
I just held on to him, everything he said. Yeah.
Oh,
Hmm.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
And would you say when you look at where you are now versus where you started and how your definition of success has changed, even with that battle with cancer and overcoming that, and like, what's
Mhm.
the one message that you would most want listeners to take away from your story?
I feel like, don't be so hard on yourself, really. I think I can be hard on myself.
Mm-hmm.
Why, I don't know, or where that comes from, I can't really say. But also, don't measure yourself against what other people are doing.
Yeah.
Are you happy with where you're at, with what you're doing, how your life feels, regardless of how it looks to somebody else? I could, like, give the example of, like, I didn't have a car for like 2.5 years, which honestly was I was happy as heck. I mean, not to have that car payment, not to worry about driving in Atlanta. I took an
Mm-hmm.
Uber everywhere. I took the MARTA train everywhere. But yeah, some people that would look at that like that was a real problem. And that was hard because I know they looked at it that way. But at the same time, I'm living my best life. So
Yeah.
without worrying about a vehicle or car
Mm-hmm.
payments or
Yeah.
maintenance, all of that. So it's just like, that's just an example of, like, don't worry about what other people are, measuring you against. If you're okay with it and feeling good about it and you're making your life work, then do what you do. Yeah.
That's You're gonna make me tear up almost. That's huge.
I
That's like
know. Yeah,
that's
it's
important.
crazy. Now I do have a car and I'm like, but
Uh, yeah,
but it's just the next
I'm
level
like,
of life, and
yeah,
whatever. Yeah.
no, I love that. That's amazing because like I think about too with the car thing. Oh my God, like
Yeah, it's a stress.
I am notorious for getting hit.
Mm-hmm.
They're never my fault either. I maybe have
Right.
had one or two that are my fault like a long time. You know what I mean? But
Right. Yeah.
I feel like I've, in the last 3 years, I've been hit twice. So, and that like makes me have PTSD. Or even when I'm in the car,
Mm-hmm.
I always like think, oh my God, somebody
Me
just sideswiped
too.
me.
I have the same thing.
Or I'm like,
A lot.
okay. And, it's almost like, is it my life? It just feels like it's easier without a car. And people might
Right.
not
It was.
understand
Yeah.
that.
Feeling like that
But
now. I'm like,
it's,
oh.
yeah. Or it's like, I just want to hire a driver full time. Like, I feel like
Right.
it sounds
Right.
bougie, but it's
Uber,
like,
Uber is your driver. Uber is your
yeah,
driver.
like,
Yeah.
Lyft, because it's like, gosh, I'm gonna manifest this. I'll be rich enough to where I can just have a driver because like I don't know, it just feels like a hassle to me sometimes to have to
Yeah.
drive. And I
It's
love
definitely a
but I
convenience to have the car. Like, I definitely feel the difference. I mean, it is convenient, but it's also like a whole nother thing to have to worry about. And
hmm
also the driving aspect in itself, especially out here. They don't know how to drive. So
yeah.
yeah, that. But I
hmm
mean, I think about back on that time and, like, the judgment that some people can do and they have no clue. And it's just like, you're good. So just know that as long as you're good
Yeah,
with it, then don't worry about it. Hmm.
exactly. Yes.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
yeah, and I love that you said that. I was just like, I love it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I deal with that a lot. I think people get concerned about me or they think something and I'm like, I'm fine. Like, if
They're worried
I'm
about what other
fine,
people,
then
how
don't
they're
worry.
viewing it. And if you're truly fine, yeah, making it
Yeah.
work.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're
Yeah.
not, just work to get where you feel better about it, or you are fine. But we all,
Yeah.
it's
Exactly.
a process. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, and just beautiful testimony, by the way. I mean, I'm gonna take that with me. And what's the one product or step in your skincare routine that you would never skip?
I would never skip. Well, definitely not the cleanser, but and I also like to do like an oil. I like to start with I do more balm, like a cleansing balm is my first cleanser, and then I'll go with the gel on the second cleanse. So
Okay.
always double cleanse one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I would never. I mean, I love a toner. Like I don't think I will ever skip the toner, especially at
Mm-hmm.
getting older, because your skin, even darker skin tones, are a little bit more oily. But even as you get older, they kind of dry up a little bit. And that toner just helps to all your other products to penetrate a little bit better. So I would never skip a
Yeah.
toner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think with me. I do what they call double cleansing, I guess. And I know some
Mm-hmm.
people are like, ooh, don't use that. But I use Dove soap, white Dove soap on my face still.
Oh, do
I
you? As
wash
a
my
first
face.
cleanse or
Yeah, and
second?
then I use like Dermalogica.
Mm-hmm.
So the
I mean, if
cleansing
it
gel.
works for you, I haven't
Yeah.
used the Dove on my face, but if it's working and not
Yeah,
doing any
I've
damage,
been
then
using that for like my whole life, the white Dove soap on my face.
I mean, Dove used to be
It
the
gets off the
holy grail back in
mascara
the day.
really good. Yeah, it gets off the mascara.
Yeah.
And what's your favorite skincare product or treatment right now?
Right now, my favorite product is Epicuren, their enzyme concentration. It's also a
Oh,
toner. Get into the toner too. They have the enzyme toner, but the concentration itself is just like, it's so good. And it gives you, it's like lightly exfoliating the skin, but it also gives you this really nice glow when you put it on.
okay.
I just love it. I just love it.
Okay.
That's my favorite. Favorite treatment, I mean, I can never get mad at a hydrofacial.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Probably the favorite, even or microderm, if a dry version. Either
Yeah.
one of them. A lot of people don't like the dry microderm, but I love that too.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. I've had
Mm.
a couple hydrofacials. Yeah, I like the
Mm-hmm.
hydrofacials. I love it when they do like with the Epicurean products, the pumpkin peel. Like
Mm-hmm.
I have a couple of the
Love the pumpkin peel.
Epicurean
Yes.
masks. So I have the
Yes.
moisturizing mask, the green clay mask, I think it is,
Mm-hmm.
or the green tea mask, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yep.
I have a couple masks. I have the clay mask, the moisturizing mask, and the
I know the
green.
green one. Yes.
Yeah, I love all the masks. Like to me, it's like
Yeah, me too.
I don't know. There's just something, and if girls, you're not doing this, you need to start, or even guys, like when
Mm-hmm.
you're at home and you're gonna watch a TV show, or
Yeah,
put the
just
mask
do a mask.
on. Yeah, it's like
Definitely.
amazing, and
Definitely.
it feels good when you take care of yourself,
It
and
does.
yeah,
When you take that
and
mask off, your skin is just so refreshed. Just like,
mm-hmm,
like, thank you. Even
yeah, and you get
steam, like doing steam, a little bit of steam, like 5 minutes. I've been doing that in the mornings. And even with my hair, I do steam my face and my hair because if I'm wearing my hair more natural, I'll steam it to kind of like loosen it up. And like that little bit of steam every morning. I don't know what it is, but it does give you like a nice little glow throughout the week.
yes,
Yeah.
and it
Mm-hmm.
clears out any of your.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So just like a little quick 5 minute, 3 minutes of steam in the morning. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you get the wash. My favorite part about masks, so everybody knows, is like you get the washcloth super, super hot, and then you put it on your face and just let it sit there for a second.
Right. Like, work it in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it feels so good.
It does.
Mm-hmm. And I actually have the Epicurean 6-step system.
Mm-hmm. So the enzyme should be in there, right?
Yeah. Is that the orangey one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have a gel one
like
too that goes after it. They're both so good. Oof.
Yeah.
I love it. I love doing that in facials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody leaves so glowy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I love those three, which is I think the protein gel, the enzyme protein, and the toner with that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I like to do that when I go to the gym because I don't wear makeup, but it just feels like it kind of like gives you, because I wear makeup when I go to the gym.
Right.
Maybe a few times I wear makeup, but yeah. And would you say a morning person or night owl when it comes to your beauty rituals?
Um, do I have to choose? No.
No, but
I would say probably more night. I'm like a mid-morning person, but if I have to choose the
hmm
one of those, I'd say night, evening person.
hmm
That's when I really get into the skincare.
uh-huh.
The morning time, not a whole lot. I might rinse like I'll cleanse my face in the morning if I've done like a treatment at night, like a retinol or
Yeah.
glycol something at night. But in the
Yeah.
morning, I'll use like a creamier cleanser or oil cleanser, but I don't typically cleanse my face if I haven't done anything to it at night. I'll just,
Okay.
wipe it down with a washcloth, refresh it,
Yeah.
and then reapply moisturizer serum.
hmm
Yeah.
And
Night.
you're gonna laugh at me. So you know how sometimes when you put it on your face, you have like a little excess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is gonna sound like a funny question. Where do you wipe it? This is gonna sound weird. I
I
normally
do on
do
my
it here.
décolleté. I mean, sometimes, well,
I
maybe my hands for sure, but definitely all my whole décolleté,
Yeah,
my back of my neck. That's a
yeah.
missed area, the back of your
That
neck. More so if you have
yes.
short hair. Like the weather, the sun doesn't really affect it unless you have short hair, but
hmm
you can see the difference if you're not doing
Yeah,
the back here. So neck, décolleté, I'll just kind of go breasts. You want to get your
yeah.
breasts because our
I
skin
okay.
matters too.
You're gonna laugh at me. I normally do like neck if it's not neck, like you said, décolleté. But that is true. Like ears, like putting
Hmm.
product on
Ears
your
are
ears
often
or behind your neck.
behind that. Yep.
Behind the neck ears, I feel like you're right, is like so neglected. And then like
Mhm.
I'll kind of like rub it on the top
I
of my
love that.
hands or chest, or then you're gonna laugh at me, side of my booty.
Hmm. Yeah.
Because this is so
No,
weird in the
a
audience, but
smooth
like
booty.
I'm normally you get out of the shower, you're normally not wearing much, so it's like
Right.
okay, I'm just gonna rub
Wearing
it against
anything,
the
wherever
side
you
of my
can get
booty.
it. Oh, what about I haven't did this lately? Yeah.
Like why not? That area
Hmm.
needs care.
Definitely. Definitely. It needs a little love too.
Ah, so good.
Love it.
Um, yeah, and then so would you say best piece of business advice you've ever received?
God, there's so much business advice. It's like it starts to get like I start to get confused. Good question. Oof. I think I'll be stumped for a minute. I heard something lately. I can't remember what it was, but it did stick with me. I think it was on Instagram, but don't invest anything you're not going to have for the next at least 10 years.
Okay.
That really stuck with me. I guess because I'm getting older. I don't know. But if I don't think I'm going to have it for at least 10 years, like an investment type thing, why get
Okay.
it? Then why get it? So I thought about my house. I thought about the car, the next handbag, even like,
Next
things
career
like
move, maybe?
career move, business things. I was
Yeah.
thinking about adding stuff to my business. Like I thought about going into permanent jewelry as well as another, stream.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, if I'm not going to have this machine for 10, but that machine would last 10 years, like,
Yeah.
or at least five, maybe five,
hmm
because 10 can be a bit extreme, but definitely 5 years. Yeah. I'm
Okay.
liking
I
that.
like that.
It makes you think like, okay, what am I doing with
Yeah.
this? Am I buying this? Yeah.
hmm
Hmm.
That's good. I like that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have that in the back of my head now whenever
Hmm.
making decisions. That's a good one.
Yeah. So
And
sad
if
I can't remember
you,
where I heard it from,
yeah,
but yeah.
okay, that's all right. Um, and if you could collaborate with like any beauty brand or person, who would it
Hmm.
be and why?
I'm thinking about going back with, I don't know if people would know, Sorella Apothecary. It's a professional line that professional estheticians use in their facials.
Okay.
Sorella Apothecary. They're usually at like the
hmm
pro shows and stuff, but I love their line. So I'm thinking about going back into them as far as what I use in my facials. And then another line I would like to work with. I mean, there's so many. Mm, I think I would just stick with them for now. That's really where I'm been thinking about for the most part. Sorella, because I love how their
Okay.
products are really good, but their packaging is so beautiful too.
hmm
So it's just
Okay.
like does all the things. Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like did maybe
you've
you
probably
have to
seen them,
work with that
or probably
brand
maybe used
too?
it on you because I did have you have it in
Okay.
San
It kind of
Diego.
sounds familiar, but
Yeah, I did have it. Yeah.
okay.
Hmm.
Well, that's awesome. And would you I don't know, is there anything else on skincare today you kind of want to share or touch on with everybody?
I don't think so. Just make sure you do it. If you have any questions, definitely reach out. I would love to help and answer questions,
Mm-hmm.
help you figure some things out for your next steps. But I don't
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
Okay. And where can you tell the audience where people could find you online or learn more
Uh-huh.
about working with you or explore resources and
Yes.
regimens that you recommend?
I am at lysandrajoy.com, lysandrajoy.com. You can work with me. All my package selections are on there. I have a blog on there. So if you're just looking to figure things out, you can read the blog. You can message me on there as well. I do virtual, in person, and so yeah, whatever you like, more help with your skin or your basic style, I
Yeah.
would love to. Hmm.
And Lysandra, it's so much fun. And we always have so much fun.
Hmm.
I know there's a cute picture of us in Little Italy eating in
I
San
know we were that
Diego.
one. That was so
Little
fun. I was so
teeny.
mad. I was so like annoyed that day because I was like, I don't want to spend any money. But it was like such a fun. That's always when you have the best fun when you're not supposed to be spending any money. But yeah.
Right? Speaking to single girls, how our mindset is, everybody knows we're always thinking about that. It's,
Hmm.
and I think it's part of the armor of it, you know?
Right. But we always
Yeah.
make it through. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
And any final thoughts or encouragement you'd like to leave the listeners with today?
Just know that your beauty is boss. You are beautiful. Sarah's beautiful, but her audience is beautiful. And you just have to approach it with intention. That's all. Hmm.
Aw, love you, girl. I love that.
Thank you. Love you. Fun.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Lysandra, for coming on the Dr. Random podcast. And I hope everybody listening could just feel our energy, how much fun it's talking about skincare, how much we love it.
Right.
And maybe you learn something new.
Yes.
And yeah, so thanks again, everybody. Reach out to Lysandra. She gives amazing facials if you're in the Atlanta area. And again, thanks everybody for listening to the Dr. Random podcast.
Thank you.
And ciao.
Ciao.